Let me show you my newest accessory around here to the shop and the working around the house and all that stuff. We got the sand rail, had to borrow my son's trailer or rent a U-Haul trailer to take it out, and we can't be doing that all the time, so I went and bought this little car hauler trailer, utility trailer. It's a 16 foot. It's not quite wide enough for the sand rail, so I'm going to have to get a stock set of VW tires and wheels, so when I haul it I can put those on. Then when we get out there we'll just throw the others on. No harm, no foul. It'd be nice to have a bigger one, but these things are expensive, and I got a really good deal on this one, so I'm quite happy with it. It's got this little box on the front here. As you can see, it fits on the tongue nicely. It's nice and clean. I bought this hitch lock for it here just to keep people honest, you know. I live in a good neighborhood, but sometimes bad people drive through good neighborhoods. So it's got brand new, not brand new, but fairly new deck boards on there. Nice 16 foot, you know, 2x8s. It's got the side rails on it, which I really like, because I've seen these type of trailers without the side rails, and these fenders are only hooked down here, and you see these fenders doing this going down the highway all the time. So nice clean fenders, haven't been all beat up, they don't flop or wobble, they're nice and solid. I like that. It's got good rubber on it. It doesn't match, but good rubber. It's got trailer brakes. We've got our ramps right here to pull out, and my son's trailer, the ramps go in here in the back like this, and you pull them out and they can only sit right there on either side. This trailer has these grooves, all across this groove, and you pull that ramp out and you can put it anywhere. If you're loading a little four-wheeler, you can squeeze them in tighter. If you're loading a car, you can bring them out wider. So pretty cool. I needed something to be able to haul the sand rail with, and I could have bought a cheaper trailer, just some small little ATV trailer or something, you know, that I could have threw this thing on. It only weighs about 1,000 pounds, so you don't need a real heavy trailer. That's a 7,000 pound capacity. But I figure if I'm going to buy a trailer and have a trailer taking up space at my place, I may as well have one that I can use. So I can load a car on there or a pickup, you know. Couldn't be much more than like a half-ton pickup, but I could haul a pickup on that thing. My Harley, if say I had a flat tire and I need to get my Harley down to the dealership, get my tire done, I'm gonna roll that up on there. I can haul trash to the dump. I can make some little plywood sides for it, you know, and load trash on there and stuff and haul trash to the dump. I mean, I wanted a good versatile trailer without breaking the bank, so I think we accomplished that. Like I said, the only problem is this thing here with those paddles on there. It's 5 inches too wide exactly to fit on the trailer. So I'm in the process of trying to find a stock set of VW tires and wheels. They've got to be 5-bolt instead of the 4-bolt that we can throw on there when we take it out, and then when we get out there we just roll it off the trailer and throw the paddles on. You know, I've seen lots of people do that, but for the money that I paid for that trailer, it's got electric brakes, it's got a new deck on it, it's recently been painted, the fenders are solid, they're not all beat up and bent up. It comes with the ramps, it's got a nice little toolbox on the front. You know, I didn't get hurt at all, so got a trailer around here now to be able to do some things with, so that's nice. I really like that. And I almost bought another toolbox for the shop. My son has a friend whose wife works at Lowe's. They had a dented, damaged Cobalt toolbox, a green one, and man, I really wanted it. And I was at work when my son texted me and sent me a picture of it, and they were knocking off about 150 bucks off of this. It's a big rollaway box like my red one, only wider, had more room in it. And I ran down to Lowe's and it was gone. So, but I'm kind of glad it was, because that would have taken away from my trailer money and I still wouldn't have a trailer. So, but we'll get another toolbox eventually. That old black one back there that you can see, that's pretty junk. I mean, it's the drawers don't work anymore. It's an ancient Craftsman. Some of the guys in the shop at work just gave it to me, told me get it out of here. And I figured if nothing else, it's a good place to store my my abrasives, you know, my discs and my flat discs and my grinder discs and cut-off wheels and all of that manner of stuff is stored in there. You know, my clay bars and buffer wheels and just all of my finishing, you know, buffing type. Most of that stuff is in that toolbox, sandpaper, and then I've got down in the bottom drawer I put my big clamps and stuff for when I clamp my scales on and what have you. So so there's that. Right now we've got some micarta upstairs cooking in a different video, so we'll go check on that here in a little bit and see if that's done. And we made some micarta for the shift lever for the sandrail, so got to get this sandrail done and get it out of my shop. And oh, another project that we have to do is over here. I'll show you. This corner of the yard back here in my front behind the trailer is just a disaster area. But what I need to do, I need to clean this up. Obviously this is pretty messy. We've still got stuff out here, that old shelf that we pulled out of the shop last year when we were remodeling the inside of the shop. I've got a couple of pieces of this foam board still that we put all on the walls in there. There's that old wobbly bench that was trying to fall down all the time that I used to have all my crap stacked on before we put in those shelves. And then I've got a little pile of firewood over in the corner, but we've got all kinds of scrap wood and garbage around here from when we did the inside of the shop. And there's an old busted chair over there, and springtime has blessed me with a bunch of tall weeds right here. So we need to get all this mess cleaned up, because what I need to do is, and most of this I'm going to use back in the backyard for my fire pit. We'll burn it. We'll cut up that bench and most of this stuff, and we'll just use it for firewood in the fire pit back here. But we got to take this piece of fence out here, and I need to replace it with a gate. But we get this hunk of fence out of here, then I can back this trailer with the sandrail on it into the backyard. Or even without the sandrail, I can just put them both out in the back, out of sight, out of mind, you know what I mean? And we've got to buy a car cover for that sandrail, because, you know, obviously everything is completely exposed on that thing. I can't leave it in the shop all winter because I want to be in there forging and using the shop. And so we've got to get that out of the shop. So we'll get a car cover for that, and we'll get this corner cleaned out. And then on the other side of this fence, I've got a whole bunch of firewood that I've cut up over there when I trimmed my tree a couple years ago. And we've got the lawnmower parked back there and things like that. So we've got some work to do on the other side too, but we got to get that fence panel. It goes between my house and the neighbor's house. We've got to get that out of there and turn that into a gate. I'll put a gate in there so that we have access to the back, because we've got a gate over here on this other side of the house. The problem with this gate is it's just a little man gate. I can barely fit the lawnmower through here. Here's the gate right here, and it's stuck in the dirt down there, but so I can close this gate. But I'm not that worried about it because I don't have dogs. I have cats and they come and go as they please. Let's see back here. See, I can take everything and put it back in that corner. The trailer and the sand rail, we can put them back in that corner. Or I could even stuff them up in that corner, you know, because I've got the fire pit here, and we're going to be tearing all of that stuff out of there too eventually. I started tearing it apart, and I used a bunch of those pavers, or anyway, they're some type of landscape block. I don't know what you call them, but used a bunch of those to make that fire pit. Let's see back here. There's the shop, and this is the other side of that fence. So you can see I got the lawnmower parked there. A couple sections of my fence have fallen down here. This fence really needs to be replaced. But I've got some old pallets that people used to make some planter boxes out of. When I first moved into this house, they were out here in the back. I've got all that. Then I've got a whole bunch of smaller little wood here that I've cut up from trimming the tree, that I just thought, you know, why throw it away? I can use it in the fire pit. But all of this stuff here's got to be moved and cleaned up, so I can take that section of fence out so I can get through here and be able to get things in here into the backyard and get some of that stuff out of the front. Just too much stuff, you know what I mean? I don't want all that stuff jammed out in the front. That's not very good curb appeal. So yeah, we want to get all of this done, and summer's only so long, and you can't do this kind of stuff in the winter. So we'll get the sand rail finished up. We'll get that corner cleaned up over on that other side of the house, and we'll get all this stuff arranged and moved around, because I need to get that sand rail out of my shop so I have some room in there again. I need to get my poor Harley back in there. It's been sitting out here in the weather, and you can see pretty dirty. I really don't like leaving this thing sit outside like this, so we got to get that inside. So we got quite a few little projects and things going on around here that we've got to get done. I haven't really taken care of my yard this year like I should have. Gosh, it rained and rained and rained, and now it's finally stopped raining. So we'll get a bunch of these weeds pulled and stuff around here, get things cleaned up, get this front looking like a front yard again instead of a used car lot. So just thought I'd just show you guys my trailer and the plans I have for getting stuff out into the back and all of that. I appreciate you watching. Really appreciate all my subscribers. Love you guys, man. If it wasn't for all you guys, I wouldn't even have a reason to have a channel. So we try to keep the content interesting. I know it says D West Forge, but the description says forging and other shop projects, and so we don't only forge. That's what I really love to do, is make knives. But you know, in the real world, you have a lot of other things that you need to do, and I'd rather take you guys along with me than to make you wait, you know, eons of time for another video of making a knife, because I just don't have that much time to make knives, and when I do, you know, it drags on because other things come up and what have you. It's like our chopper. We'll get that bad boy done, but top priority right now is get this buggy running again and get it out of my shop, out of my hair, so that I have room to work on my knives. So I appreciate y'all being here. Thanks for joining me in the shop again today. I know this is just kind of a talking, walking video, but just wanted to kind of show you guys what I got going on, the irons I've got in the fire, and what's happening around here. So always be careful, guys, when you're working in your shop. Take care and wear your safety gear, and just mind your P's and Q's. You know, you don't want to lose a finger or get a bad burn. Take care of your respiratory system. When you're grinding and all of that, put your mask on, put a face shield or some goggles on and stuff, and save your eyeballs, and you know, just be careful. Get out to your shop and do something, tear something up, fix something, whatever it is that blows your skirt up, and just have a good time. And I find it really relaxes me to get out here and do things. I forget about all my worries and cares and just have a good time. So thanks again. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on the next one.